Okay, just so you know, most of the time I use freezer paper as my palette, and that's what this is. And you use it shiny side up. I'm just using regular old copy paper, and I'm just going to start out making various marks. I think I'm going to do a whole sheet of this. And a lot of times what I'll do is I will, instead of making a bunch of these, I might make photocopies of it. So that's our first one. I think I'm just going to draw on it. And then I'm going to take my brush and draw some more on it. One thing that you'll find out that I will constantly be talking about, and that is variety. So you want a variety of width of line, you want thin line, thick line, different kinds of lines. Okay, that's another one that we have done. Let's do some splattering on it. Just to make it a little bit different. Okay, that's another one that's done. Another piece of copy paper. I think what I'm going to do is spread this out. My black paint out. This is a piece of packaging. You might have to mist this every now and then so it doesn't dry out. And you can see on the inside is that corrugated cardboard, so that's great. So you can make a lot of different shapes for collage papers just by using some of the texture tools that you have. So there's another one that we have. So that's a very interesting one as well. And these will dry very, very quickly. So you can go back and put white over that if you want as well. So what else can we do? Let's take this apart. one thing else I don't do is wear gloves, and I know I should. I am going to spritz this a little bit with some water because it's starting to dry out, and there's still a lot of paint on there. I like to overlay them. Okay, let's do something different. I'm going to get my brush, overlay it with some white. Or it probably will turn out to be mostly gray because the paint is still wet that's on it. No idea what's going to happen, but we'll find out. Oh, that's interesting. I like it. So that gives me a little bit of variety. I want to put a little bit more in through here. Oh, look at that circle that came out. Okay, there we have some more. I'm going to set that aside so it can dry, and I have another piece of nice collage paper. And I'm just using black, really, and cheap copy paper. I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to get some black paint. This is just about empty. Isn't that interesting? I think what I'm going to do, pull it this way. Wow, as well. That's some nice paper there, too. Let's do that again. We'll just take it one way through. Okay, there's another one. Take it through just once. Here's another one. Use up as much of that as I can. Let's take some white through it. Ooh. And that gives me even something else. Like that. You can see I'm just doing some real simple stuff. Let's paint one with black. And then we'll take another color over it. We won't put collage in all of our pieces, just some of our pieces, but I want you to have some ready. So when we start, you'll have something to pull from. Okay, now I'm going to let this dry for a minute, but I want to show you some of the other things that I've done. Okay, while this is drying, I'm going to show you some of the other papers that I have done. And I use a lot of deli paper. And what that is it's just dry wax paper. And I get a big box from Sam's. So there's one using a couple different things. Here's one that I did on craft paper. And I just dropped and drizzled, and then this I stamped in with a stamp. This is on newspaper. I did this one with cork, with a wine cork stopper. This one is on some kind of packaging, and I just drew different lines through it. This is on more packaging, where I just took different tools and pressed into paint and pressed it on there. This is on deli paper, and again it's a stamp. This is on a map, and I just drizzled paint. And here's another variation of that same thing, and it's on a map. Here's another one on a map, and I use different colors. This is on a map, and this is on deli paper. You can use tissue paper, you can use many different kinds of stuff. I use a lot of newspaper or newsprint. Okay, this is just about dry. I think it's dry enough. I just want to drag some white paint through it so it stands out. I'm going to wipe this off. Well, why don't we wipe it off on something else? There we go. There's more paper. Something else a little different. So there's another piece. You'll find that I use a lot of black and white, but let's take a piece of paper. Let's take a piece of newspaper. Okay, I use a lot of these solid markers. I don't know which way you can read that. But they're all different colors. You could paint these papers first with a translucent color. Some of your papers you're going to love and other ones you're not going to love. It's just part of the game. This is purple. And I like a lot of contrast in my work. That's one of the things that is very, very big to me. So what I'm going to do, I definitely want to use some black. And these dry rather quickly. They're very creamy. Okay, that's that one. What else can we put on here? Remember me saying that you need to have different size lines? Okay, what else can we do to that to make it more interesting? I'm going to put some black paint on it. All I need right there. Just use your imagination. Be creative. Play. Have fun. Now I think I'm going to rinse my brush out and take a little bit of white through that. What the heck? Wow, that's way too much. Now I'm going to take a skewer. Maybe I'll take one of these things by Catalyst. And it becomes something very different. You couldn't buy anything like this. So there's another piece of very interesting collage paper done on newsprint or newspaper. So I'm going to set all these things out to dry. Something you might want to do, I'm going to have Monday video tutorials. And then on Thursdays, I'm going to have paint-alongs. And then I'm going to be throwing other things in there, here and there. And we'll be having challenges and all different kinds of things. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. And I truly appreciate every one of you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.